Welcome back, guys. So we are going to have this Oracle Apex session on this alternate days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in this session, what I'll do, I'll take you through all the components of Oracle Apex first. Then I'll teach you what we can do with Oracle Apex. Okay. So let me open the environment what we have created for Future Developer Group. So let me sign in here, and let me enter the credential. Meanwhile, if anyone is having any issue, you
I have a
can.
doubt, sir.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
So we have to, I have to create workspace for myself, or I have to use this one feature developer
No,
workspace.
no, you have to create by yourself actually. You create your own workspace and you do practice on that platform actually. Because I'm not going to
Okay.
share this credential to you. This is only for what I'm going to teach you. For that purpose, I have created it. Uh, for your practice purpose, you can create through your own self and you can do that. Okay. Okay, fine. So I'll show you what is there in this project. Then I will show you how we can create these stuff without, that was the automated version what we have, did in our last session. But today I'll show you what these things got created. I'll show you the backend part of all this stuff. Okay. And then I'll take you through each one of the component, and I'll show you how you can create that by yourself. Okay. So this is nothing but a normal report, or you can say a list type card, and we call it as dashboard type. So here we have four entries, you can say, and all these four entries we can see here: dashboard, project search, and report and calendar. So the same thing we are getting here. We call it as navigation bar. This is nothing but navigation bar, and and when we will click on this dashboard, it will redirect to certain page actually. So if we will talk about this application is having multiple pages. So every tab you can say is one page. Every tab here is one page, or it may possible that one tab can have more than one page. That depends on the requirement. Let's say if there is a region somehow like this, and when we will click on this region, another region is going to get opened. That is another page. So so uh, it may possible that one tab could have multiple pages, or at least one page will be there. Okay, so let me show you this dashboard first. So these dashboards are nothing but beautiful charts, and this bar chart and pie chart, these things are there. So you can create these charts by writing normal SQL code, but there is some certain syntax, certain standards what you have to follow. If you want to create this bar chart, there is a certain standard for that. If you want to, this pie chart, if you want to create this bar chart, there is certain standard for that. Okay, but we will cover this charts part later. First, I'll show you what is, okay, this ID is invalid because I think I have deleted this ID yesterday. So let me go to the table. Okay, no problem, no problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a fresh tab here. And in that tab, I'll show you how to create a normal report, or a report which is going to have all the data, all the information. Okay. So for that, what I'll do, I'll come to this application first. This is the application. Here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a page. So I have to create a page first. I'm going to create a blank page. You can create report also, where you can get flexibility, but now I'm going to show how you can write your own code here. Okay. So I'm going to create a blank page. In this blank page, I'll be writing my code, the SQL command, normal SQL code, SQL query. Okay. So let me uh,
Sarav, what you're trying actually, I didn't get you.
I'm trying to create a report using SQL query. So for that, I'm creating a page actually, and then I'll embed this page in a tab. So this is like sequence. Okay. So maybe if you'll see me what I'm doing, then you'll be able to understand. Okay, so just keep patience. Maybe at the end of the session, maybe after 15-20 minutes, if you'll not get anything, you can start asking your question.
Sure.
Yeah, because you all are very fresh for this Oracle Apex thing. So maybe it will take you some time to get familiar with the environment first. So here I'm not doing anything. I'm just creating a blank page by clicking some default settings. That is it. As of now, you can understand this thing. So the page number is 8 and it is going to get created. Yeah, so this is our page. This is nothing but a page. Here we have multiple things. We have uh, these these are the places where we can write, we can create our region. This is nothing but we can create our region. Here we can create our button, items, computation, process, dynamic actions, all those stuff. And this is another pan which is having computation again, but this computation is different from this computation because this runs on page rendering. As you can see, it is written here. Please mute yourself. Friends who are not talking, please mute yourself. Okay, so this pan runs when page renders, and this pan runs when page process. So this is nothing but on submit stuff. So whenever page will get submitted, then this computation will run. And this is nothing but when page will get run, page is not going to get submitted. So whenever page will get loaded, at that time these stuff will run. I'll show you how these things happen. So this is a complete blank page. Let me run this first. There is nothing written here in this page. When I'll run it, I'll get something, a blank place. There is nothing but a blank place. Okay. So now I'm going to create a project here. Okay. I'm going to create a report here using our existing table. So I'll show you, we have an existing table here. The table name is FD project. Okay. So as I have told you that we have our editor SQL commands where we can see the data. We can write our SQL codes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write a SQL code, normal SQL code, where I'm doing select start from the table name FD project. Let's run it. We have these information. So I'm going to create a report somehow similar to this. Okay. So let me copy this, select start from FD project, and let's go to our page, this blank page. I'll click on this plus icon here next to region, this plus icon here. And we have, as you can see, we have this right pan got opened. So here you can write your title. I'll write here as project. And here you have type. Okay, so multiple types are there. So I'll explain you each of the type one by one. So as of now, I'm going to take this classic report. So classic report, again, you have multiple options. As I have told you that we can use REST API, web services and all those things, but we are going to use local database first. You can write your table name directly, but as I'm going to use SQL queries, so I'll write SQL query. Select start from FD project. Okay. So we have written our SQL query. There are a lot of other options as well, but I'll show you. Let me run this page first. Let me save it and run this page first. Then we will see what is going to happen in this page. So as you can see, I just written a code, and all the information we can see here in this page itself. So this is how we make a report. Okay, so we call it as interactive report. We are having in interactive report, what you can do, you can sort here by clicking on the column. You can sort it. Let's say if I'll sort it like ascending or descending order, you just have to click on it. The data will get sorted. So in one shot, we can click on only one column, not multiple column can be sorted in one sort. So let's say if you want to sort according to the date, so start date, you have to click on this and it will get sorted. So it will get omitted from here and it will get sorted in this thing. So you can sort as per your requirement. Okay. So we call it as classic report. This is nothing but classic report where we can see all the information in this tabular format. Okay. And as you can see, we have multiple, some more rows are there, but we cannot see all the rows. Here we have next button. When we'll click on this next thing, we'll get another information, another data. And we'll click on previous, we'll get the previous information. So in one shot, we can see only 1 to 15 rows. You can increase this also. I'll show you. So here we have, these are nothing but developer tools, you can say. You can quickly use this quick edit and then you,
Hey, Saurabh,
yes.
actually, what I'm saying there,
Yes, please. Yeah, Vivek. You're not audible, Vivek. Okay, guys.
whatever the screen you're sharing, right?
Yes.
That fonts are not clear for me, or all are facing the same issue.
I
No, I
think
will to see that one.
Yeah, it's visible clear.
now this is better.
Yeah, it's visible proper.
Okay.
Like for me, okay, Saurabh, I will discuss.
Yeah, maybe Vivek, you have some network issue.
No,
Yes.
I'm able to hear, but the font, whatever the demo project, I'm able to see clearly, right? But like the bug tracker, these are very blurring, right? I'm not able to see clearly.
Actually, it's visible for us. Actually, it's clearly visible.
Okay. Can you take the screenshot, please? This
Yes, I'm
one,
recording.
I will.
I'm recording this session,
No,
Vivek.
no.
Anyway, I'm going to give you this session.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so this is nothing but classic report where we use to get all the information. Then we simply write a SQL command. Okay. So let's come again to this backend part. Okay. One thing I'll tell you that we can go directly from here. Let's say if I'll click on this edit page 8, I'll reach out to this page actually directly. Okay. And here we have this project, and here we have this classic report as I've told you, and this is the code. Okay. So here we can add filter as well. Let's say if I'll say where there is a column called budget. Budget is greater than 500, and this button is nothing but to validate whether I have written this code properly or not. If any syntax error will be there, it will not get validated. It will give you syntax error. So let's validate it and then click on OK. And again, click on save. Now run this page from here. And as you can see, we have budget, which is, I mean, not less than 500, all greater than 500 informations are coming here. Okay, so here what I mean to say here is like you can write your own SQL code to get this report, how you want it to look like or what data exactly you want. Okay, so this is nothing but first type of report. We call it as classic report. There is one more thing which is more efficient than classic report. That is interactive report. I'll show you what are the features of interactive report. I just changed the type from here. I kept, okay, let me remove this budget part. I'm going to remove the where clause from this this SQL command, and I'll save it and I'll run it.
Yeah, hi, sir, Pankaj here.
Yes, Pankaj.
Yeah, actually, can we use a bind variable in this
Yes, yes.
where statement?
We can use.
Yeah,
We can
okay.
use it. Yes.
Please show us one example.
Sure, but you know, a lot of people are very basic stuff. So I just want to show
Yeah,
them.
okay, no problem. No
Yeah, so
problem.
I'll take you through all the stuff. No problem.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so initially we have created classic report. This is interactive report, and in interactive report we can automatically we are getting this search field. Okay, and there is a button called actions. Automatically we are getting these options, and here we have all the columns, and when we will scroll down, we can see more than 50 rows are there. So that again we can click on right button and we can see what are the informations here. Okay, now I'll show you what we can do with interactive report. If you can search here by writing anything, let's say I'm writing installation, and I'll click hit on enter, or you can click on go, you'll get what is what it does, whatever you are writing here, it actually compares your string to all the columns, and if it is getting any information, it just returns you that value, that row, like that. So this is how this interactive report is more flexible than classic report. We don't use classic report, but we use interactive report thoroughly. So let's say if I'll write anything like tracker, or I'll write track only. I'm not going to write complete word. I'll just write track. I'll click on enter, and I'm getting all the information where this track word is getting used. So as you can see here, this track word is getting used. Here, this track word is getting used, and all the information. So let's say we can unfilter it using this cross thing. Okay, so let's cross it, and things will be normal. Okay, let me write it open here. Open. I'll hit enter. All the open status, open information will come here. Okay, so this is like comparing this data to all the columns, any of the column. It is not particularly bound with this column or this column. This is actually checking information from all the column. Accordingly, we are getting the result like that. So one flexibility here. Sometimes people ask, when you'll go to interview, people will ask that what is the difference between classic report and normal this interactive report. So we can say that these are the flexibility of interactive report, what we cannot get in classic report. Okay, so this is one thing what we can do in classic interactive report. Now,
can you repeat? Actually, you're very fast, so I didn't catch what is interactive and the classic report.
So initially, you joined later or what?
I joined later actually.
Yes, I already explained about classic report actually. So that is why you are not able to. So there is a report.
Okay.
There is a report called classic report. We don't get these flexibility, the search flexibility, and this action button is not there. That is a simple report.
Okay.
Okay. And in interactive report, we get all these features here. So that is the only difference. We have a lot of features in interactive report actually. So one feature is that you can search from here. Another one is, let's say, if you click on this column, any of this column, so I'm clicking on this project, something like this will get opened. And here, as you can see, a filter thing is written. And all the projects, you can see a distinct value of the project, not the repeated value. Let's say a lot of bug trackers are there. So you'll get bug tracker at in one written format. Right? So if I'll write anything like bug, so we get, as I'll click on this, I'll get the information. So again, this is a very good feature in classic report. And the same thing we can do with all different columns. We'll click on this column, we'll search what we want in the column like that, and we'll get the information. Okay, so you can do the same thing with start date also. Here in terms, when we talk about dates, it says something like this: last 5 years, last 2 years, last year, last month, last week. It doesn't give us exact date actually. So you have to select one of them. Last hour, next hour, last 12 hours, like that. Okay, so
can
all
you
these
give format to the date or not possible?
Yes, we can format it also. We can format it. I'll show you how we can format it. Okay. And now we have this action column, action button. Here you have, as you can see, you have a lot of other stuff. So first thing, I'll show you this download. When you'll click on this download, you'll get CSV, HTML, XLS, PDF, RTF, and email format. So when click on this CSV, the same information will get downloaded in CSV format in your download folders. So let me show you once. I'll click on the CSV. So as you can see, a project.csv got downloaded, and I'll show you in folder. So as you can see, this thing get downloaded here, and this will get opened in Excel sheet, normal Excel sheet. So this is how we can download information from application itself. Okay, and there are multiple ways, multiple options how you want your information. Let's say if you want it in PDF format, you can download it in PDF format. There's another thing called email. When you click on this email, you can write your stuff to CC, BCC, and the this report will get attached to your email and it will go to this person to whom you will send. So this is again a very good feature in Classic Report. So all these built-in features we are getting in Classic Report, which is not there in Interactive Report. Friends, it may possible that our session will get ended in 10 minutes or maybe 9 minutes. I'll send you link again. Please join.
I think Saurav, these things are happened in interactive report, right?
Yes.
Not in Classic Report.
No, in Interactive Report.
Okay, can we perform any DML here?
Yes, we can perform DML here, but again, that will come later on. I'm just explaining the feature of this Classic Report first. So I'll show you how we can perform DML operation, all those things.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, it may possible that we'll be getting disconnected in next 10 minutes. I'll send you a link again. Please join the session. Okay. So now let's go on. So here we have this column thing. Let's click on this column. And you can see, as you can see, these many columns are there in this report. The ID 1, project, task name, start date, end date, status, assigned to, cost and budget. So let's say if you don't want this ID should be visible to the user, the end user, what you can do, you just select it and push it left. Okay. Now, as you can see, it is written do not display. So you can do multiple do not display columns if you don't want to show them these columns. And what you'll do, you'll just show these columns and do apply. So what happened? Those columns will not be visible here in the report. So this is again another feature. After doing this, what you have to do, you have to save it actually. So under this report, you have to click on this save report and select this as default report setting. Click on apply changes. This report will be getting saved. Whenever any end user will open this link, he will be only able to see these columns of this report. Okay. Let me undo it. So see, this is coming down here, so you have to move it up using this up arrow. And again, you have to click on apply. And as you can see, we got the information again. Okay. So this is another feature of interactive report. Now, let me click on this filter. You have a button called filter. And in this filter, you will be getting a lot of flexibility, how you want your information. Let's say I'm clicking on this budget, column is budget, your operator is let's say greater than, or here I'll enter 1000. So all those kind of instruction you can give to your report from here itself. No need to write backend code. So this is for users who are using the interactive report. They can do their filter from here itself. So all the budget which is having 1000, budget is having more than $1,000 or rupees, those informations are coming here. So as you can see, we have total 28 rows returned. Now let's unfilter it. So here in filter, under filter section, we have multiple options to filter the information. We have multiple options: contains, not in, not like, not equals to, between. Even regular expression can also be used here. And you can select multiple, different columns. So let's say if I'll select here task name and I'll say like, and I'll say something like, let's say if I'll say web, W-E-B, web, and I'll apply it. Nothing has come because somewhere it is not matching or something like that. So this is what you can do. Again, let me click on filter, or maybe cost. If I'll say cost less than and equals to, and here I'll say 1000. I'll click on apply. The information. Yes, please.
Can't we use and or operator in filter?
And an or operator together in this place?
No, either and or else or. Just
Let's
one
see.
filter.
Let's see. We can do it or not. No, we cannot do it here. We cannot do it here. So these are the only options what we can do. That you have to write in the code. If you want to perform any AND or operator, you can write in your code.
So can you show me the operator of contains?
Yeah, sure. So
I just want to know how it will work.
okay, so let's say contains, right? Contains, I'll select here task name and I'll write web and okay, contains like this. Task column name is task name, operator is contains, and expression is web. So this, if this is getting matched, it should return some value. So as you can see,
So it is like a like operator, right?
yes, like operator, but for like what we do, we give that percent sign. That percent sign is
Yeah.
not, yes. So this is contains is doing somehow like the same thing. So this is more like for users who is using this interactive report, so they can understand the language of these things. That is why it is written in this manner. Okay. And then I'll show you the another thing, which is data. So how you want your data should look like. Let's say if I'll click on aggregate, and what I'll do, I'll say function will be sum and column will be like cost, and I'll click on apply. So now we will get all the okay. So what I'll do, let me filter it first. I'll apply a filter over here. What I'll do, I'll say cost should be less than 500. Let me filter here. I have applied filter and I have applied that sum aggregation. So as you can see, it filtered all the information. Cost is less than 500, and then it sum it up here at the end of the report. So as you can see, you're getting sum of this cost and the filter together. So like that. So for these things, you don't have to write your code. You can customize it from front end itself. Got it. So maybe a user who is flexible, who is familiar with interactive report, he can play with these data and he can do all this stuff. But yes, you can write your backend code as well to make it more flexible. Or if a user is very lazy, he don't want to do anything. So in that case, maybe you can write all the things in backend. Okay. So I just want to show you the flexibility of this interactive report. That is it. Maybe you can play by yourself for each of these things, and you can, if you'll have any problem, you can come back to me. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to create a form to add and edit the information on that report. Okay. So for that, what we can do, am I clear now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Saurav.
Okay, Karthikeyan. So for that, what we can do, I'll click on this, the application where we were working, and here we have to click on this create page. Here we have to select an option where form is written, and we have to select this report with form. I'm going to create a report and form together. The report type will be interactive report. I'll here write here demo report or demo project. Then a page number and add/edit. I'll make it as modal dialog page, and we'll click on next. We can create a entry from here itself. We'll create a new entry, and the name of the entry will be demo project. This is nothing but a navigation menu. We'll click on next, and here you have the table data. So you can write your own SQL code, or you can select the table. I'm going to select the table. We can write that select query also. That will also work. So I'm going to take it. ID is the sequence, so I'm not going to take it here because that will got incremented by default whenever an insert will happen. And I'm going to click on next. Here you have to select your primary key. ID is the primary key. Or you can manage it using row ID as well. So that is all up to you. Now click on create. Now let's run this page.
So this will come under that project only what we created in the first session. That will come under that same application, right?
Yes, yes. In the same application, but the difference is here we have created form and report together. So initially I was showing you what is the flexibility of classic report and interactive report. That is another concept I have done with that. Okay. Now what I'm showing, I have created a report and form. Okay. So this will give you a flexibility to add and edit the information. Got it? Because initially we were not getting this create button, we were not getting this edit link. Now we have all this information. So now you will be able to create a row. You will be able to insert a row. Now you will be able to edit the information. Got it? Yeah.
Saurabh, hello.
Yes.
But
Uh, hello.
Yes. 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 Please.
Saurabh, hi. This side Milan.
Yeah, Milan.
Saurabh, actually, I want to know this tool is main. What is the purpose of this tool? This is entry. This can be good in entry modules or reporting purpose only.
This is for entry and reporting both. This is complete
Both.
web application. So this is a framework which gives you flexibility.
Are you aware of Oracle Forms and Oracle Reports?
Yes. Yes. So this is advanced version of that actually.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Actually, I want to know as we can freely entry in the Oracle forms. So, this way in that manner we can do over here.
Yes, we can do the same thing what you're doing in forms and reports. You can do all the stuff, but this will give you flexibility where you can create beautiful charts and reports, beautiful reports. You can give you can use validation and all those stuff. What you cannot do in forms and reports actually.
And one more question: can we develop a mobile app also in this with this tool?
Yes, there is a concept called PWA, Progressive Web App. Using that concept, we can develop that. But this is that concept is quite heavy, so that requires a lot of JavaScript coding skill and PLSQL coding skill. But yes, we can develop for your answer.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so
Saurabh, what I'm asking,
yes.
what I'm asking, right? So Saurabh, in the first class we have used Excel sheet to load the data, right? So we create one application. So inside that application only we are doing this, right?
Yes, inside that application itself. I think Vivek, you came late, so that's why you are getting these many questions. Inside that application, we are doing all our this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sauram, myself, I have a question. What is the difference between this form with report and interactive grid? Grid also we can edit the same thing, right?
Yes, we can edit that, but let's say if you want to give some heavy validation or maybe some kind of let's say I'll click on this and here form is get opened. Okay, so now what I want a user should enter only today's date. I don't want them to enter maybe yesterday or tomorrow. I don't want them to flexible with it. So those kind of validation, or maybe you can say complex validation, can be given in this interactive report actually.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, the validation things and all can be performed here, but those things and all in that interactive grid only the reporting will be we can do. Reporting regarding operations only we can do, right?
Yes, but again,
And
again, the small
for validation, what language we should use?
You don't have to use any language, brother. When I'll come to that, I'll explain you actually.
No, I'm asking
No,
like in
No,
forms
if you know SQL and PLSQL, that is more than enough.
Okay.
I'm actually focusing on SQL and PLSQL only. I'm not going to talk about HTML. I'm not going to talk about CSS or JavaScript. Only SQL and PLSQL.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Okay. So So for your answer, we can give validation in interactive grid also, but that is again, another concept that we cannot give complex validation in interactive grid. We can do it here very easily. And again, as you can see, this looks more beautiful to the user. He can edit the information because a lot of people are not familiar with Excel sheet, or that gives not much flexibility in the interactive grid, what you can do in interactive report. Okay, but again, it is up to the requirement. If requirement is there to use the interactive grid, or your interactive grid fulfills the requirement, you can do that. Okay.
Okay.
So now I was showing you how to create information here, a record. So I'll click on this create. We have these fields already ready. Whatever columns were there, all these things are already here. We just have to enter the information. Let me enter it. Test task. Then start date will be any. So as you can see, a nice calendar get open. So you can select your start date. You can select your end date, status, open, assign to. You can write anyone's name. Cost 100, budget 100. So and we'll click on create. So as soon as we'll click on create, as you can see, this record got created with all the information what you have entered. Let's say if you want to edit. Yes, please.
But we can do through the grid also, right? Interactive report in the first session you have told that, right? Right click, we can update whatever the changes we want to do, or
Yes.
we can add it, right?
Yes, we can do using grid also.
What is the difference between this and that one?
The difference is look and feel. Here you'll get the particular form. This form you cannot get in.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So grid is like you'll be able to edit the cell value. Yeah.
So, Saurav, I want a validation on start date. Start date must not be greater than future date.
Yes.
You implement over here.
So brother, that will come later because we are actually working on very basic part now. The validation, writing, customized process and all those stuff. I'll maybe explain you in next session. Okay. Because here a lot of people are there. They don't even know SQL command. So if I'll mess up with those concepts, they will not be able to understand.
Yeah, that is the thing going on actually. Sort of. Actually, I am very new to this, and people are working. I'm thinking.
Yes.
So
So please let me take this session how I want I wanted to drive. Please don't. Ask your question till now what I have explained, not the future part. How to do, how to write procedure, function, all those stuff. I'll explain you everything because today is the first class actually. Okay, please mute yourself who is unmuted. Okay. So here, as you can see, I have created the information. Now I'll edit the information. How you can edit that? You just have to click on this edit button and all the information will be filled automatically. So as you can see, the row what I have selected, those information got filled here. Okay. And let's say if I'll say budget will be, cost will be 1000 and budget will be 100. And I'll do apply changes. As you can see, these buttons are also getting changed. Initially it was create. When I click on this create button, this was create. And when I click on this edit button, this button got changed to apply changes. So let me click on this apply changes. And as you can see, this row got updated 1000 and 100. Okay. Now I'll show you how we can delete the information. Let me click on this edit again. And there is a button called delete. So when you click on this delete, it will ask, this is nothing but a confirmation from backend. So this also can be done by you. You can customize it. So let me delete it. I'll click on OK. And this row got deleted. So as you can see, this report is getting refreshed automatically. There are a lot of backend things happening. When you click on this, all these fields is getting populated automatically, all the information. So whatever row information is there, this thing is getting populated. So if you'll customize your report, if you'll customize your form, you can write your own code to fill the information. Here things got happened from Apex itself, but when you'll customize it, I'll show you how to customize the information. So when you do that, these things you have to take care by yourself actually. And there is a button called cancel. When you click on this cancel, the dialog box will get closed. So again, this is something is written behind the page, which is actually performing the action when any event is getting happened. So when you are clicking on this cancel button, so when you are clicking on this create button, a modal dialog page is getting opened. So again, there is something happened. So for that, what is happening? On click event is written. So when you are clicking on it, a modal dialog page get opened. Okay. And when you are canceling it, this page is getting closed. When you are creating information or when you are editing any information, when you are clicking on apply changes, the changes is getting happened and this page is getting closed. So a lot of processes is happening behind the scene, behind this page. So these all things can be done by you. You can customize it, but there is another feature where you are creating a report and form together, and all the process, everything is getting taken care by Oracle Apex itself. So till now, anyone is having any issue what I've explained?
No, Saurabh.
Yes. Yes, please.
No, everything is good for me, Saurabh.
Okay, Karthikeyan, fine.